You know, it's almost like your birthday with a package from China, so let's go. I went for the two weird looking colored joysticks. Yeah, I must say that I think you can maybe just rip them out. So this is just something you can just interchangeable with something else. I think it's very cool, but the only downside is we do get two slider joysticks. And I can tell you those slider joysticks don't feel that really comfortable at all. It has some grip on top. The D-pad, I must say it does have quite a long travel, but you can just feel how freaking cheap it is, and that's what we're going to get with these, let's say, X series handhelds. Small ABXY, they don't feel really bad, but the same with the Nintendo Switch. I just hate these things. We're going to get a quite interesting configuration when it comes to the volume control, having a single button, menu, select, and the start. On top we're going to get the on and off switch, and yeah, this is something we did see before. The configuration that we're having two old school mini USBs. Yeah, seriously, mini USB. They should banish these things. Nevertheless, one for the joystick, another one going to be for data transfer and charging, an SD card, and the AV out. And when it comes to the AV out, there is a cable inside the box. Yeah, so when you're looking in here, we're going to get an old school AV out with a mini jack, or mini, I think it's also called the barrel jack connection. So we're going to also check it out, how does it actually work. And then we're going to get the on-off switch over here, turning it on, and whoa, you need to put a lot of force in it. Let's see if it's going to be powering on. Yep, there we go. So the display they're using is the cheap stuff that we have seen many times before. Let's shut down the lights, by the way. And the overall quality, in my opinion, is quite disappointing. So they're having the cheap non-IPS panels. I think this is more like the cheap, and it's going to be absolutely hell recording these things. Oh boy. But last but not least, we're going to get two shoulder buttons with a tiny paw on it. Okay, this will give you some extra grip. So in total, we're going to get 6 buttons for having the navigation into the games itself. So the first thing I already noticed, and that's an epic fail, they didn't put it on English. So we need to figure out how to get this freaking thing in English. Alright, so let's see. I think we've managed to do something in here. This is the AV out, and here we can change out the language. It's kind of interesting having 2 Asian languages, or is it one? No, one English language, and then we're going to get ourselves Espanol and English. Quite strange, to be honest. Alright, so press A, there we go. And we have some more information about the software itself. So this thing's product information, it just shows the size of the SD card, factory default. Here we need to switch between the AV out if you want to go into the LCD mode. It's going to be absolutely hell recording this, because this is a very flimsy front glass, and yeah, there is a screen protector or a sort of piece of plastic on here, but when you can see that it doesn't even matter if I'm going to remove it, because it's going to be glossy. Oh boy. But where the D-pad feels pretty damn bad when it comes to the feel itself, it responds quite nice when it comes to games like Contra. But you can just hear from the audio part that it doesn't run that great. But the question remains, can you live with emulation performance like this? Okay, another system I wanted to check out is some arcade gaming, actually to see if this is going to be an enjoyable experience. You know that trying to play Contra works just fine, but how is it with a game like Street Fighter? You can see that I need to do a lot of effort getting a move out, so the response of the D-pad is pretty damn bad. So in my opinion, it's going to be an overall better experience with the slider analog stick. But then we're having the problem that the overall emulation is so bad, I can just see the stuttering going on over here, where the audio is quite nice. Alright, so next up let's try some Neo Geo, where again we have a lot of struggles when it comes to the overall performance. In the FPS section we have some okay audio going on. Take consideration that I'm sometimes looking through my screen of my camera because the viewing angle of this thing is so freaking bad. Let's try the D-pad in this case. Well, this D-pad is actually pretty damn horrible for fighting games. When it comes to these shooting games, it works pretty damn well. But next up I wanted to check out some Game Boy Classic, and the reason why, because it's absolutely so much fun revisiting some of my old school favorite games, where I hit a lot of issues with the audio itself. Yeah, beside the graphical stuff that looks kind of weird in my opinion, the audio itself is not bad at all, but I really hate this pressing. You can hold if you want to, but that's absolutely even more a horrible experience to adjust the volume. What is so wrong having a scrolling wheel inside of it? This thing is absolutely a piece of crap when it comes to that. But let's try a Mega Drive game, or Genesis for the US market. Yeah, when it comes to the overall performance, I would say that I'm overall surprised by this. The sound effects are all here. No weird delays. There we go, high speed. Let's speed it up. Yeah. This plays quite nice. Ooh, package from China time. But let's get into the Super Nintendo. I must say, with the Super Nintendo, we do get an overall okay performance. Compared with the previous models I've checked out, they all had the same issue, stuttering, having slowdowns. The overall performance with this particular device is absolutely not bad at all. But when it comes to, let's say, different brands like Powkiddy or Embernick, they have so much better devices that are cheap and can actually play these things way better. And of course, when it comes to going back to the main menu, we have so many options in combination with aspect ratio. But we can of course do more than only play games. And this is something they still keep doing. So they removed the shitty camera. That is a very good thing. But when you're looking at the overall performance of the game list and everything, it's absolutely to cry for. So here we're going to get ourselves the music list. And here we can add and listen to music through the device, the horrible speaker. Okay. I have no idea. Okay, that was some test music whatsoever. So we're having the photos. Solves the question, what did they put on here? I have no idea what's going on. Oh, there we go. And we can scroll through the pictures. And that's it. And I do wonder, let me know in the comments, are there people out there who still using things like that? Because I am not using it. Overall, here we can some AV files that we can listen to, or listen and play. So it's also more like a multimedia player device that we can do all kinds of things, including reading an ebook. But that's it. That's basically what we can do when it comes to the overall performance and the games and etc. etc. But when the device has been plugged into your television, you do have the audio out on the television with no display. And that's the part I really hate about this thing. So here we can change it out to the TV by pressing a different kind of output. And it doesn't do this automatically, what a lot of devices are already doing. So in my opinion, that's quite disappointing. So first of all, the audio quality hits way better than the speaker inside of this thing. But you can see that FPS of this game is horrendous, stutters, and not even to forget the pixelated overall quality comes out of this freaking cable. We don't have this weird thing going on when we're touching the cable that it goes all ape shit over there. But I can tell you, the idea behind it is already old fashioned now. It's kind of cool that we can just plug this thing into your television. There is no second controller, but if you can manage to find one, you can plug it in. Take consideration also that's going to be a freaking nightmare, because there is always something that doesn't fit or doesn't work or cannot be configured. It's just one huge mess. So the first thing that I'm going to do now is walk in with my dynamite and blow something up. There we go. Here we go. Got a present for you.